Hey, Happy New Year, Gemini. Welcome to your January 2022 astrological forecast. So, let's see here. The month starts off with the sun in Capricorn. Pluto is still there. Venus is still there. Okay, it's in retrograde motion and turns direct on the 29th. And then Mars moves into Capricorn on the 24th. And there's a new moon in Capricorn on the 2nd. And where you have Capricorn in your chart is your 8th house, okay, of shared resources, other people's money and their resources, money or whatever coming to you through means other than earning it. So this seems to be a topic of conversation for a while, okay? Just having Pluto in your 8th house here. Pluto is the natural ruler of the 8th house, which is Scorpio is the sign that rules that house, okay? So this is the house of many, many things, but it is the house of death and rebirth and regeneration and transformation. So with Pluto here, you've more or less been going through something like that over the years, but it's kind of probably like a gradual thing. But this is in, like in regarding your, like, partnerships, your relationships. Okay, so this is, this house is like shared property or money or bank accounts or credit cards that you may own with someone else. Okay, somebody could have like, be in charge of the purse strings, you know, so maybe that's been, that kind of power has been wielded over you, you know, for the past how many years, you know, or you always had to check with your spouse or your business partner or whomever to see if it was okay if you bought something or withdrew money from the bank or something like that. So that's like the focal point right now, especially with this new moon here, okay? This could be a time where you decide, especially around that new moon, to start fresh. Like on your own. You know, you want your own. You could still have joint accounts with someone, but you still like want your own. Completely separate from anyone else, okay? You could also be in line for an inheritance. In fact, just having Pluto here in the 8th house here, and it being the house of death, you know. But death is sometimes literal, not just figuratively in astrology. So when someone passes away, you're more than likely in their will or whatever, and they will leave you something. So, or you're the executor of someone's will, something like that. But you could be on the receiving end of cash in some way or other, okay? So this could come from a legacy or inheritance. This is also the house of legal settlements, payouts from legal settlements or insurance settlements, refunds from like taxes, you know, or the IRS or something like that, or increased credit from a bank, maybe a loan. You're getting a new loan or something like that. But, you know, Venus has been here for, I think, since the beginning of November. That's how long it's been. So it's in retrograde motion. So you could be like checking on something, you know. Could be like a family heirloom or some kind of legacy that was supposed to be left to you. But with Venus here, it could involve something like artistic or something beautiful. Even if it's like a piece of jewelry or a painting or something like that that has been in your family, okay? So, you know, maybe there hasn't been much activity, okay, going on here. So the new moon, like, puts a little bit more action into your life, into really pursuing this, okay? Anything that is due you, money, objects, whatever, okay? This is also the time where if you need help of any kind, because people are also resources. So if you need help with anything, even if it's just to have someone to put in a good word for you, okay, or let you use something of theirs, okay, that would help you in some way or other. More than likely, to get ahead in your career, but I'll get to that in a minute. So this would be the time to do that with Venus being here. But when Mars moves here on the 24th, you're going to be a little bit more pushy and a little bit more aggressive in finding out where's the money. Where is the money? Okay? Or anything, again, that was yours or was due you. In fact, maybe you don't jointly hold any kind of property with someone, but someone has your stuff and you want it back. You know, or someone borrowed money from you and they were supposed to pay you back and they're just giving you the runaround. You know, you want that money. Where's the money, right? Okay, so the new moon, I believe, is when you're going to start your campaign for getting down to where is whatever. You know, I want whatever I was supposed to get, okay? There's a full moon on the 17th in the sign of Cancer, and where you have Cancer in your chart is your second house of income, the kind, the house that holds like your possessions and stuff too, but it's how you earn your money. So this could even be in regards to that. When this full moon comes around, you know, you could be like really at odds with someone in regards to, let's say, even money that was owed you because you worked for it, you know? You weren't paid. You're still trying to get paid for something or other, okay? Or, you know, or like I said, you're supposed to have something in your hands that belongs to you. It's either yours, period, or someone left it to you, okay? So around that full moon is when that's all going to come to a head, okay? So before then, though, okay, Mars is still in Sagittarius, your opposite sign, up until the 23rd. It's in your 7th house of close relationships. So that's really what might have started a lot of this stuff, okay? Because Mars has been here since December. So maybe you had a little bit of, like anybody, okay? The 7th house is a partnership. It's a business partner, romantic partner, or a close friend. It's also the house of open enemies, and competition. Okay, so somebody could have been acting up during that time that just was like pushing your buttons and trying to get you to act up or react or something or other, or trying to shove you into agreeing to something or doing something that you really don't want to do. And that we could be back here to the 8th house again, you know. Maybe someone wants you to take a smaller cut of the piece of the pie, okay, as far as business goes. Or if it's romantic, a romantic partner, maybe they want you to do something that you really don't want to do, okay. And it be in regards to spending money on something that you don't want to buy even, you know, whatever. So it's starts there, okay, and it moves into at the same time, though, because the sun and other planets are already in your 8th house of Capricorn. So that's like the topic of conversation for a good part of this month, okay. Now the sun moves into Aquarius on the 19th. Saturn is still here, okay. Jupiter left this area and moved into Pisces on December 28th, 29th, okay. So Mercury is in Aquarius from the 2nd on, but it turns retrograde on the 14th and falls back, declines in degrees so far that it actually falls right back into Capricorn, into your 8th house, okay. So 9th house is many things. It's foreign anything, okay, foreign people, foreign countries, languages, studies. It's the house of higher learning, spirituality, religious beliefs, your opinions, your philosophy on life, big travel, long distance travel and communication, and media and publishing house. It's also the house of legal matters, though, okay. So having Saturn here in your 9th house of legal matters, maybe you were already involved in a bit of a lawsuit, or you were thinking about joining one, you know. It could even be like a class action suit, maybe. Whatever, okay. Or as far as, you know, Jupiter was just here along with Saturn. Most of the time when Jupiter is here, you travel a lot more than you normally do. But travel is, again, once again, very hairy, you know, because flights keep getting canceled because of the Omicron. Omicron, is that how you say it? That part of COVID. So, you know, if you are going to try to travel now, even, you know, without the COVID being around, okay, and with everything being canceled, like left and right, all the flights and stuff like that, or any kind of travel really, Saturn would still like kind of thwart your ability to travel in a way, or travel like smoothly. Okay, you'd have like maybe a lot of detours or bumps and whatever along the way. You know, it could be like when you got to your destination, your reservations were screwed up, or whatever, you know, you wanted to do was like the trip of a lifetime. You've always wanted to go there, and you go there and it's just like it rains the whole time you're there, or everything's really boring. It looked a lot better in the brochure. You thought you were going to have a blast, you know, and it was just like what, like you just spent money, you know, and you didn't even really get anything out of it. Okay, so that could be, you know, whatever is going on there. Okay, now with just Saturn here, so there's like quite a few things that could be happening here. With the Sun here, though, I would have to say, and all this stuff in your 8th house and your 7th house, I'd have to say this is regarding maybe a legal matter, okay? With Mercury here, you're finally getting communication back and forth, either from your own inquiries or from a lawyer even, you know. When this planet turns retrograde, that's when communications get a little bit jumbled. Okay, maybe not making too much sense, especially for you, because your ruling planet is Mercury. So even it doesn't matter that it's not in your sign when it's retrograde. It still affects you a lot more than it will the other signs, along with Virgo. Okay, because both of you are ruled by Mercury, right? So it will affect you a little bit here. So I'd be very careful about signing anything, especially with having that Mars and Sagittarius in your 7th house of contracts and lawyers, and the aggressiveness that somebody could be coming at you with, just trying to get you to agree to something. You know, what's the big deal? It can wait, right? And the fact that this Mercury is going to go from your 9th house back into your 8th house again, you're revisiting an issue. There's an issue going on here, and it's with jointly held property or money or something, okay? Now, the good news is Jupiter moved into Pisces in your 10th house of career, and your social and professional status, public persona, how the public views you and speaks about you publicly or writes about you. You know, they talk about you or whatever. So having these two planets together, though, I did do a video on this. You might want to watch it, Jupiter in Pisces. And I did take into consideration that Neptune is also there right now. Both of these planets are very spiritual planets. With the two of them together, especially in your 10th house, you may present yourself to the public as some kind of spiritual leader, or have some kind of background or philosophy in possibly like different cultures, religious beliefs and way of life. You know, you may even adopt something like that openly right now. Don't let a lot of stuff go to your head at this time. Usually when Jupiter is in your 10th house, you may have to travel for work, okay? A new position, you usually get some kind of promotion, okay? If you don't work at all, this is an upper level status in your personal life, okay? But again, with Neptune here, you know, it kind of makes you see possibly a position that you wanted through rose-colored glasses. That's what Neptune does. It's the big planet of illusion. So you could have been wanting a certain position for how long. Finally, you either get it or you come close to getting it because, you know, you could be in competition with someone else, but after checking out the very position that you were interested in, you could like realize that it's not what it's cracked up to be, and you're not really interested in it anymore. But for a long time, with just Neptune there, you were like, again, seeing through rose-colored glasses when it comes to your career. Okay, so maybe you're like disillusioned about whatever it is that you do for a living. You know, it does. Especially like if you're in like the medical field or something like that, where you know, nurses and even doctors, that all of them are getting like totally trashed by the system because they're so overwhelmed by all the COVID patients. Okay, so you got into this line of work for a reason, for one thing, and then you end up like getting sick yourself, or like I said, just getting totally trashed, used up to the point where you don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? So it's changed. Your career, the line of work that you're in, it's changed in such a way that it's not what it was cracked up to be. Okay, so you're possibly changing everything into a new livelihood. If you don't work at all, you know that your status is still like on the up with Jupiter here. Okay, it's just people that you meet, you know, don't be too impressed by them until you really get to know them. Okay, if that's even possible, right? Okay, so the planet Uranus has been retrograde, and it finally turns direct on the 18th, where you have Uranus in your chart is your 12th house in Taurus. Okay, so this is the house of secrets, behind the scenes occurrences, actions taken by you or someone else in secret. You know, not a lot of, I would have to say, you know, just having, the 12th house is the house of self-undoing. It causes really flipped out ideas to pop into your head and thoughts. It's your thought patterns and whatever, with this planet being here, okay? It's also your house of the dreams, the dream state and whatever. So a lot of stuff you could be finding out in a roundabout way by accident, a lot of secrets, or maybe someone knows one of yours and has blurted it out or whatever. But this planet is now turning direct. So if there was something that you were trying to get at, information that you wanted, trying to find something out about anything or anyone, it should start to get a little bit easier now. Okay, when that planet was retrograde, it seemed like you may have been running into all kinds of obstacles that were very strange. They weren't normal. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Gemini on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Sagittarius, and those dates are the 1st, 27th, and 28th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for money is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 15th, 16th, 17th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for your career is the 6th and 7th, and the best time for communication and travel is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 18th, 19th, 20th, and 31st. So I would like to thank my subscribers for coming back and supporting me, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. Also, check out my weekly forecasts and check out Ask Me a Question in the description box below. It's for people who only want to know maybe one or two things about their chart. But if you would like to have your entire astrological chart done, there's a link there to my website where you can check out my services. Okay, so Happy New Year to you, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.